You might remember last night we told you about Mornington Peninsula Shire Council in Victoria. Well, they sent out these leaflets for one of their kindergartens where they were saying, sign up for next year. And they had on the bottom, as you can see there, the Pride flag and the Aboriginal flag and the Torres Strait Islander flag, and the Australian flag was nowhere to be seen. It came up at their council meeting last night, and Councillor Bruce Rankin, good on him, came out with some pretty common sense stuff and said, well, if we're going to use flags anywhere, we also have to accompany it with the Australian flag. So that's now been passed by the council, and they've also said that within 60 days, the staff have to come back with a revised flags policy that takes all of this stuff into account, and the control of how flags are flown should be in the hands of councillors and not in the hands of staff. And good on them for responding very quickly and doing something. But can you believe, out the front of their council chambers, and you'll be able to see the photo here, they have 6 flags. I mean, they love flags. Clearly, you've got the Australian flag, the Victorian flag, the Aboriginal flag, the Torres Strait Islander flag, the Pride flag, and the council flag. So I can understand why they need a flags policy to deal with all of this stuff. But good on them for responding quickly and saying, no, this is not good enough. The Australian flag should be used if flags are being used.
You give them too much credit. They've responded quickly to this instance, but this is not the first occasion they've done this. Last year, their Positive Ageing newsletter, which is published and put out by the council, 5 times at least, you can see on the bottom of the newsletter there, same thing. They've got the Pride flag, the Torres Strait Islander flag, the Indigenous flag, and it was only after complaints that finally, earlier this year, they changed that newsletter and put the Aussie flag on there as well. So it's not the first time this has happened, but obviously the backlash from, I think it was because it was a kindergarten, I think that made the difference. Although I think they should have gone further than just saying the Aussie flag must be included. Why wouldn't you just say no other flags? There's one flag that unites us all, the Australian flag. All other flags, fly them on your own.
Why do you need a flag on a flyer at all?
And all other flags really do just divide us into groups. We should be focusing on uniting as a country. But the other thing I love about this is they're stripping the power off the bureaucrats. Of course it was the bureaucrats that put the other flags and not the Australian flag onto the flyer, because that's how it often is. The long march through the institutions is underway.